Hello, and happy Wednesday, everyone. I'm Brie, co-founder of Elda's Kitchen Cooking and Grilling Sauces, and tonight we are going to be kicking up your traditional cocktail meatballs and making them with an Elda's twist. Let me join you all on Instagram and Facebook. Hello, Haley. Hi, Eileen. Thank you both for joining me this evening. Hello, Facebook. I am joining you on there too, so I can keep up. Hi, Ben. So you guys, who doesn't love to have these cocktail meatballs, either at, regardless of what they're made from. You can make them from pork, beef, you can do lamb. Today I have chicken meatballs that these I bought at a big box store. And they are cranberry jalapeno chicken meatballs. And I was walking past because in my house, we normally keep I believe it's pineapple teriyaki ones on hand. And because my kids love those ones. And I saw these and I was like, I have to have these because these sound so good. Hello, Ricky. Hello, Mark. Hi, Elena. Hi, Tammy. Thank you all for joining me this evening. So you guys, let's get started. And you're probably wondering, why does she have two pans out here? Where is her crock pot? Hi, Deb, how's it going? And I have two here because in this little pot here, this is where we're gonna mimic the crock pot recipe because you can do it on the stove, but you can do it in the crock pot, set it and forget it. I think that's their slogan, I'm not sure. And you know what, for me, it's never just put it in the crock pot. It is put it in the crock pot and hover over it all day because you're paranoid. So that's how I use a crock pot. I'm always within the house so that I can keep an eye on it. And in this pan here, I am going to be making dinner for my family. So we are doing our cocktail meatballs two ways. Hello, Robert. Thank you for joining me. Hello, Camilla. Thank you for joining me. So let's get started here. Good. My stovetop is plugged in. We are going to start to heat both of these pans here. Let me grab a couple wooden spoons. So let's get started making our crock pot one first because we are literally just going to be putting everything in here. Hey Cody, how's it going? We're just gonna dump everything in there. I know you guys love when I use that word dump. I hear about it for like the next couple days, but literally like that is what we are doing tonight. We are throwing stuff in here. We're gonna put the lid on it. I'm not gonna put the lid on it because the lid's in the cabinet. And you guys can keep watching it. So let's get started opening our Elda's Kitchen Cooking and Grilling Sauce. This is the Black Cherry Barbecue. The Black Cherry Barbecue is available on our website in our 8-ounce bottles. I keep these on hand in my kitchen because it is such a family favorite. So we use a lot of it. So this is just what I keep, easier for us than the 8-ounce bottles. The food service size, we like them here. Hello, Kent. Thank you for joining me this evening. So you guys, I love holidays. I love holiday traditions, and I would love to see all of your holiday traditions. So Elda's Kitchen is running a contest right now. You guys know how much I love giving away stuff. I love sending people stuff. It makes me so happy. So you guys, we are running our holiday traditions promotion. So in this pot here we are going to be using this kind of like as our crock pot. Yes, I do own a crock pot. Anyway, so post your holiday food traditions and tag Elda's Kitchen. Let us see them. And on, I believe, January 1st or 2nd, the contest comes to an end. And we will be choosing a winner that will get a nice prize package from me personally. Hello, Terry and Jenny. Thank you both for joining me this evening. If you were just joining me and you didn't hear what type of meatballs these are, I bought them at a big box store, fully cooked chicken meatballs. They are the cranberry jalapeno ones, and I couldn't pass them up. And now we are just going to cover it with black cherry barbecue. You guys know how I love to be extra with my flavors. So let's see, I'm hoping that we can twist this enough. Hey Dean, how's it going? That I can grab my little tiny cutting board. You know, I bought these little cutting boards. I'll show you guys now. I bought these because I was like, oh, they're so cute and I can use them for, you know, to like put cheese out and stuff. And now I'm like, oh my gosh, they're so convenient too. Oh no, I am on my regular account. Okay, Facebook, I will be right back. Thank you, Haley, for letting me know. So Facebook, I am right up close to the camera because I didn't realize that I was on my personal Instagram account. Oh, fun times, huh? Let's see. Facebook, you guys can go ahead and make fun. We're good. Okay, you guys, I'm back. I'm on Elda's Kitchen on Instagram, and I am on Elda's Kitchen on Facebook. Ben, can I get you to redo my iPad? You guys, it does happen because I don't have a bunch of different, you know, what are they, like apps for the phone that like I can be like, this is an Elda's Kitchen Instagram and Facebook, and this is an Elda's Kitchen you know, TikTok or whatever. I was like, so I just have to switch accounts. And sometimes I forget to switch accounts. And oh my gosh, you guys, am I so embarrassed? So I am very, very sorry. Oh, yeah, thank you, Maddie. And so my eldest found out, and I mean, she could have run out here and told mom, but we are good. Thank you all who switched over, and let's get started. So Elda's Kitchen, I'm sorry, I was joining you from my personal account. Well, this evening I am here to make cocktail meatballs for your holiday events. Super easy, put them on, put them in the crock pot, you're good to go. Hey, Smokey Q, thank you for joining me this evening. Hello, Sequa and Martha. Martha, I'm having trouble reading past that. You guys, if you've been with me, you know I've worn these since first grade. I've been out of first grade for, oh my goodness, 30 plus years, 35 years maybe. I don't know, we're getting up there. You guys will all figure that out next month. Let's get started. So in here, I have chicken meatballs. They are cranberry jalapeno chicken meatballs, and I couldn't pass them up. And then we put our Elda's Kitchen black cherry barbecue. This is gonna be for our appetizers, but I have my frying pan back here because we're making dinner too. All right, you guys. So over here, I have a bowl of black. I am so glad that I'm funny tonight, Tammy, because I'm feeling all over the place. And I figure if I can make you all laugh, we are good. But I'm just gonna have a good time and cook. So we have our black cherries here that are canned. This is what we use when we make cherry jubilee. So we are gonna put them on there, and we're just gonna cut them up just a little bit. You know, I just wanna add a little bit of texture in with those meatballs. Hello, Mike C, thank you for joining me this evening. Yeah, thank you all who, who called me out for being on my personal page. So let's see. All right, you guys. So we were talking Instagram before when I was chatting it up. We were talking about holiday traditions and how Elda's is running a contest on holiday traditions. I'm gonna add a few more black cherries here because they are so yummy. So if you have a holiday tradition, you know, something that you normally make during the holidays, that the holidays are not a holiday without, post a picture, tag Elda's Kitchen, and we will be doing a giveaway. So I just grabbed a you know, just a few spoonfuls, handful of the black cherries, and I'm gonna put that in there. I'm also gonna wipe my cutting board down because I do not wanna stain my counter. So we've got that in there. Perfect. I am going to add a little bit of the cherry juice itself. And I am gonna make a mess of this. Just, you know, a couple spoonfuls of it. So, and while I am adding the cherry juice, I wanna take a moment to thank everyone on Instagram, because earlier today, Elda's Kitchen hit 1,000 followers. So thank you, Instagram, for following us. Like always, thank you, Facebook, for following us, because we do have about, I think about 8,100 followers on Facebook. Truly appreciate each and every one of you for following us. So you guys, that is it. It's gonna sit on low heat. If you're going to be doing a huge batch, do it on the crock pot, because it will be so much better. So we're gonna switch these, and then, you know, you don't have to keep on going back to the stove because the temperature on the crock pot stays pretty even. So over here, let's get this started. I am just turning this back one on low. I'm gonna turn the heat up on this one, and let's see. Hey, Kristen, how's it going? All right, you guys, let me get it together a little bit. So when I'm in the kitchen by myself, I'm looking, and we're just gonna use a fork to put this in here. You guys, we've got about, let's see, about a tablespoon of butter that we're putting in there to melt. So when I am in the kitchen by myself, I literally, I'm like this the entire time. I'm talking like the entire time I am cooking and baking and like going through the ingredients with me. So, you know, that is something I do to stay on track. So right now it is hard to control the urge not to just sit here and blah, 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 blah to myself. So you guys, we're going to, it would have been very loud if I just dropped it in there. Thank you so much, you guys, for all the congratulations. I am so excited, and definitely couldn't do it without the support of everyone on Facebook and Instagram. So in here, we're making dinner tonight. Same concept, the cranberry jalapeno chicken meatballs. They're fully cooked too. I'm not sure if I said that. That's so nice, because I can get dinner done for my family in less than 20 minutes. So what we're going to do with these little ones is I usually cut them in half. And I'm just going to get a few of them going here. Just, you know, cut them right down the middle, because I do like to get that nice crispy on one side of the meatball, the cut side. There we go. So let's see, was there anything else? Next week, I'm really excited. We are going to do some puff pastry wrapped Brie cheese. One of my favorites. If that goes out on an appetizer table, like, that's it. I'm done. Don't even count me in for dinner, because it's my favorite. Brie cheese of any sorts. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to think of all the ways I have used Brie cheese. If you watched my show after Thanksgiving on Friday, we used Brie cheese in our leftover grilled sandwiches, and that was super yummy too. All right. Okay, you guys. Let's see. So in there, we've got our butter melting. Let's get these meatballs in here, because I can't fit many more. I'm like just making sure one didn't go on the floor. I knew my kitties would love that, but I would not love them with their upset bellies. Let's see. Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the name fits. And when I tell people, so growing up, it was always like, you know, in school, they would take roll, and, you know, they had like the printed out roll sheets, right? And it always cut off the last two letters of my name. So it was always Brian. So went to Brie. It's never Brian anymore, since it's Brie. And then, so now when people are like, what's your name? I'm like, Brie, just like the cheese, because then they're not asking how to spell it. Let's see. Hello, Chef Jonathan's. Thank you for joining me this evening. We're making appetizers and dinner at the same time. So this over here is our chicken meatballs. They are jalapeno cranberry chicken meatballs. And we are just they're fully cooked. We're heating them up there. I'm gonna put my twist on it because why not? And actually, so when I do make these for my children, I will use the, I believe it's the pineapple teriyaki chicken meatballs that you also buy at big box stores. I will use that for this, and I will use our honey, ginger, and soy cooking and grilling sauce. And the reason I use that one is because it does add a little bit of spice to it. And my kids, thank goodness, they like their spice. Hello, Joshua. Thank you for joining me this evening. So in there, we're gonna let that cook a little bit. Back here, if you're just joining me, this is the cranberry jalapeno chicken meatballs in the Elda's Kitchen black cherry barbecue cooking and grilling sauce. And then we also had, I keep these canned cherries in my pantry for Sherry's Jubilee. And so I diced some of those up and put those in there too, just to give it a little something extra. So we're also gonna chop some of these up for dinner tonight too. And what am I serving this with? So everyone has their preference on how to, what we're gonna eat the meatballs with. Some will eat it with this one right here, because it is the black cherry barbecue. So some will eat it with some homemade Texas toast garlic bread. We will also do, mashed potatoes with it. And then I always keep those rice cups on hand for any of the pickies that prefer rice on this. So there we go. We are just gonna let these kind of crisp up here. Does anyone have any questions for me? We are doing our appetizer month here because holiday appetizers are just a favorite around here. And especially when I can make holiday appetizers and make dinner at the same time, we are good to go. Not that you can't eat appetizers for dinner, but you see guys, I'm gonna hold one of these up here. I'm like, look at that angle. I like to get them a little crispy on there. So there we go. Just check it in with comments here. Yeah, so next week we are making puff pastry wrapped Brie cheese. And the following week, right before Christmas, I saw in one of my cookbooks, I collect vintage cookbooks. Primarily, I focus on the 1920s, 30s, 40s, and 50s. Those are the ones that I really go after when I'm on eBay. But I saw bacon wrapped water chestnuts. And I was like, oh my goodness, you guys, like that sounds just amazing. And it's nothing I'd ever heard of because it was like those appetizers just really stopped. So I am making bacon wrapped water chestnuts the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and then also bacon wrapped dried apricots because, oh, excuse me, I said Thanksgiving. You guys, I will let you know, I've been down all day, so my head is all over the place. Bacon wrapped dried apricots before Christmas because it's Christmas, it's not Thanksgiving. Hello, Kay Pratt, thank you for joining me this evening. Hello, Elda, thank you for joining me this evening. So yeah, anything wrapped in bacon, come on. Like, you cannot beat it. Okay, those are good. Let's get started in adding in the good stuff because when I am actually on my gas range back there, it moves a little faster. This portable one takes a little bit longer to heat up these big pans. So we are adding in about a tablespoon of brown sugar. Yes, I am kicking up the sweetness, but I feel like the brown sugar just adds a little something to it. There we go. And then that last week, the Wednesday before New Year's Eve, we are doing a pull apart bread. I am so excited. I have a couple different ideas in mind, like how we'll do it. So we may actually do a few of them. We may do definitely one using a sourdough loaf or bowl, whatever I can find in my store at that time. And then I'm also thinking that we'll use Hawaiian rolls to make a pull-apart bread, because doesn't that sound yummy? Hello, Marilyn. Thank you for joining me this evening. Okay, so we got that brown sugar in there. I am starting to smell it cooking. Now let's go ahead and add in some of our Elda's Kitchen black cherry barbecue sauce. So, and this black cherry is available on the website in our 8-ounce bottles. Why am I using the 64? Because that's what we keep in our house. We go through the black cherry barbecue pretty quick. It is a dipping sauce. It is a quick dinner sauce. It is an appetizer sauce. It's like everything. So to that, let's add in these canned cherries that I just quickly diced, remembering to wipe down the board so I don't have cherry stains all over the counter, which I have done before, and they come out easy. So there we go there. Now to take this up another level, I don't know about you guys, but I love fresh ginger. So I do use this. Let me check in here. I am not based in New York. I am actually based in California, but our Brooks Bottling, who makes all of our wonderful cooking and grilling sauces, is based in upstate New York. I feel like sometimes I belong in New York. Actually, I feel like sometimes I belong everywhere. I was asked last week, they're like, you love every place. And I'm like, I do. I love to travel. I love to explore. So this is fresh ginger that's frozen. These little cubes are amazing. So I keep these in the freezer just in case. So I just popped in 1 cube, which is 1 teaspoon of fresh ginger. Yeah, Al, these smell amazing. This right here is our dinner tonight. The one in the frying pan. The one back here is appetizers. If I was doing a holiday party, those would definitely be out as an appetizer. I'm gonna turn that down a little bit. I'm just making sure that I brought everything that I have over here into these dishes. So anyways, I love every place I go to. Oh my gosh, just love it. Love to explore. Yeah, these cubes are amazing. So I usually keep fresh ginger in the fridge because I use it to make a tea. Thank you to my little sister for passing down her recipe for her tea. So I actually went through the fresh ginger today making some tea. So these ginger cubes are absolutely amazing. I believe there's garlic too and basil. I'm not so sure about the basil anymore, but I believe in the beginning that they did have the basil. All right, you guys, so dinner is done for my family. These little meatballs back here, I would start them at the very least an hour ahead of time because you really want that flavor to get in there. So if you have an hour to start these, go ahead. If you have last minute dinner guests coming over, and guests and you want to put out appetizers or whatever, get these started. Higher heat on the stove, not the crock pot. Let's see. Oh my gosh, snow, yay! I know, I was just thinking that, so I believe our closest snow would be Lake Tahoe. And I was just thinking that I have to take my kiddos up there for the snow. So you guys, these are not done cooking at all, but I want you to see kind of a fun way to plate them instead of toothpicks. And this is just rosemary. We have a ton of rosemary in our yard, and it comes in handy. So all of these little bits that I am putting off to the side there, I will do a scent pot on the stove to make my home smell absolutely fabulous. We are turning that all the way off. right. So, and these for me tonight will be with mashed potatoes because that just sounds yummy and warm and just fun. So let's get these going here. So we are just taking a sprig of rosemary that I should have showed you guys. Like, you just take it and you just go like that and the leaves come right off. Let me see. Let's see. Alrighty, so I'm trying to find the prettiest ones because we all know we have to take pictures. How many of you make your family or you personally wait until you get these pictures done? I'm hoping that it's not just me, but I'm like, if something looks so pretty, don't touch it until I'm done with the pictures. So now my family's like, okay, we're eating after Mom's live, but it's gonna be cold. This is a newer sprig of rosemary, so it's a little bit soft. And if you want to be super fancy, grab some fresh cranberries and you can put that on here too because that would look cute. Or maybe even like a frozen cherry. I just hesitate with the frozen or the canned cherries on here just because, you know, they will go ahead and kind of soften up there and then it could be just like a huge mess. Let me check in here. Hello, Sean, the Cooking Diva. Thank you for joining me this evening. So here we go. We have some black cherry barbecue chicken meatballs that are the perfect appetizer for your holiday appetizer spread. Let's go over what I have cooking here because I do still see some people joining in. So back here, this is where I made our holiday meatballs. We have some fully cooked chicken meatballs. Grab whatever ones you find. The ones that I had were cranberry jalapeno. Just thought they were fun and festive. So that is why I used those and they sound amazing. And then I put in some Elda's Kitchen black cherry barbecue cooking and grilling sauce. And I had some canned cherries in my pantry that I used for Cherries Jubilee. So I diced some of those up in there, put that in there with some cherry juice. This is something that I will let sit on the stove or in the crock pot until they're heated through, but the longer the better, so the flavors really get in there. And then up here in the front, I have, I'm gonna twist this just a little bit. Up here in the front, I have dinner for my family tonight. It is those same fully cooked cranberry jalapeno chicken meatballs. And we put in about a tablespoon of butter, some Elda's Kitchen black cherry barbecue cooking and grilling sauce. We diced up some more of these beautiful canned cherries. We put in about a tablespoon of brown sugar and we just let it cook down and it will, you know, there's a lovely sauce in there. I will end up eating this with mashed potatoes because I'm like, that just sounds comforting for a nice chilly night tonight. And then we will serve it, you know, with rice or some Texas toast garlic bread that I'll get in the oven here in a bit after I make up that butter for on top. So anyways, you guys, I will see you all next week. We are going to be making Brie cheese in puff pastry. I am so excited. It's one of my favorite appetizers, regardless of if it's a holiday or not. I'm gonna check in real quick with both platforms. Hello, Amanda. Thank you for joining me this evening. Let's see. I'm just checking in. I really try to say hi to everyone on both platforms. Anyways, you guys, stay safe, stay wonderful, and I'll see you next Wednesday. Bye-bye.